If you just don't break the law, then you're not gonna get arrested and go to jail and then maybe eventually prison. It's really not that hard. Well, I'm a prison content creator if you don't already know that, and in this video, I'm going to give you 12 laws that you have probably broken in your lifetime or 12 laws that you might break on a daily basis. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Jess. I'm a person in long-term recovery who has in fact served time in prison, and my entire crazy life story is in the description box down below. If you want to follow me on any other social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, that's $2. It's only ever going to be $2. All of that is linked down below, as well as my vlog channel. Please go subscribe to that.
It really freaking helps.
As well as my podcast and everywhere else you can find me like squalling around on the internet. Okay, without further ado, let's just jump right into this today. I can't even tell you guys how many hundreds of times a week I see the comment, just don't break the law. It's not that hard. Don't commit crimes. You deserved this because you broke the law. Da, da, da. Like all of the crazy comments that I get across all of my social media platforms are pretty ignorant. And they're also from a place of just misinformation or lack of experience in our criminal justice system. The United States has so many laws, both state and federally, that there's no way that any one person could even know them all. And so many of them are so ridiculously outdated. Like I think one of them is like you can't have an ice cream cone in your back pocket in like Alabama or something, and that law is like from the 1800s or something crazy. So there are just so many laws like that that haven't ever been updated, and they're actually still laws. So if you guys want to see me do a video on like the weirdest laws ever that still exist, I would be more than happy to film that video. But this list is just super common things that so many of us do without even realizing it. And the first one would be failing to report your tips if you were in the service industry. Now you might think that this is super petty and like same, but if you fail to report your tips, that's actually tax evasion. And depending on how much money that ends up being, I don't know if the federal government has access to conspiracy laws when it comes to like tax evasion. Like how would they really know like what you're reporting if it's done in cash, right? So like a lot of times it's very difficult to prove if it's a cash tip, if you're reporting that or keeping track of that. Like that would be a difficult thing to prove, I think. I don't know. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. But if you don't report all of your wages and tips, that's tax evasion. Also, I don't think I could ever work in the service industry. My memory is so bad. I don't remember that you asked me for ranch, bro. And I'm just thinking, why is he mean mugging me? It's because he asked you for ranch 25 minutes ago. Number 2. Opening someone else's mail. Now there's a lot of laws that surround the mail. You can't destroy someone's mailbox, that's a federal crime. You can't open someone's mail. You can't even throw away random mail that you get that is in someone else's name. You're supposed to return that to the post office. Now, I'm sure that a lot of people just get these random like envelopes in someone else's name and they just throw it in the garbage instead of driving it to the post office. I'm sure so many of us have done that, right? Not me, I would never admit to a crime on the internet that I haven't been convicted of. Anyway, that's against the law. Number 3, peeing outside. I cannot stress how important it is that you do not pee outside, especially if you are a man. If you're a man and you get a charge like that, it is automatically a sex crime, and the other men in prison do not like that. You're gonna be a sex offender for peeing outside. How crazy is that, right? But it's exposing yourself in a public area, and that is a sexual crime. Do I think that reasonable men in prison, if you go to prison for that, would see it as a like minor infraction? Maybe, but you don't want to take that risk. You don't want to be labeled a freaking sex offender for peeing outside, so do not pee outside. Number 4, I know we've all done this. Failing to update your driver's license is a crime. What's crazy is you only get 5 days to update that thing. I think right now my driver's license is accurate, but my driver's license was not accurate for a really long time, longer than 5 days. But if you don't update your driver's license, you could actually have your driver's license suspended because of that. Isn't that insane? Number 5. If you share your medication, you're breaking the law. Now, because of my background, I completely understand this law. I get it. I know that that's illegal because I've had plenty of experience in dealing with drugs and prescription medication, right? However, a lot of people just don't know that it is a crime. It is illegal to give someone even one pill of your prescription. I know a lot of people that are in the older generation, you know, that
be like, oh, are you stressed? Here, take a Xanax.
Oh, you have a headache?
And they ruffle through their purse and they dig out this random pill and they're like,
Here you go, take that.
like, I've known people like that just don't even think anything about it. Oh, you have a headache, pop a hydro, you know, or they give their friend this or that if they're struggling with stress. Even if it's like antacid medication, you cannot give anyone your doctor prescribed medication because it's illegal. I think a lot of people, when it comes to that, they think that it's just illegal if you sell me one of your pills. You know, if I gave you money for pills, yes, that's an illegal exchange, but even if you just gave me one of your pills for free, that's illegal. And you could be arrested for that, for just giving away something that you don't use. You know, say that like we were even prescribed the same medication, right? And like for whatever reason, I lost mine or left mine at a hotel or something, and you wanted to help me out and give me the same pill that I was prescribed, it's still illegal. I don't know in what scenario that would ever happen, but you just can't give someone pills that you were prescribed regardless of the situation. And even if I'm not giving you money for it, it's still illegal. Number 6, underage drinking. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I was underage drinking alcohol. I was underage drinking alcohol in bars, in clubs, my friend's house. Like I was underage drinking for years and years. By the time I hit 21, I was kind of like, alcohol's cool, I guess. You know, I was kind of spent when it came to alcohol, but I know plenty of people that have drank underage just like me. You know, it is a very common thing. Depending on the area that you live in, it is a super common thing. And my upbringing, it was super common for kids to drink underage. And it was also super common for 21-year-olds to provide 16-year-olds with alcohol. Predator. I mean, come on. We're all thinking it. Why is a 21-year-old providing teenagers with alcohol? Don't do that. That's also illegal. So obviously there's going to be a ton of traffic violations because there are so many laws surrounding using your vehicle. So number 7 is using your phone. In fact, like 41 states ban texting and driving. Now, I know every time I talk about texting and driving or using your phone or looking at your phone, everyone in the comments says,
I would never do that. I don't text and drive. I lock my phone in my trunk when I'm driving. Like,
okay, but let's be realistic. Most people, they text and drive or they look at their phone while they're driving or they're using GPS while they're driving. That's technically using your phone. So if you're distracted because you're on your cell phone and you get into an accident, guess what? That's a charge. Also, if you are in that situation and you are in an accident, please know your rights as an American citizen and you have the right to shut the fuck up when cops ask questions. You have your 5th Amendment right. And if you're in an accident where you are at fault, I would highly recommend not admitting to using your phone because it will make the situation a lot worse. I recommend getting a lawyer, especially if someone is hurt. And I know a lot of people don't like when I give advice like that because first and foremost, don't use your phone, right? First and foremost, please do not text and drive. But if you make a mistake and you're in that situation, know your rights. Don't admit to anything on scene because that will be used against you in a court of law, right? But first and foremost, please don't freaking text and drive. Don't do that shit. Number 8 is use your seatbelt because that is against the law as well. And you don't want your driver's license suspended. You don't want to get tickets for not wearing your seatbelt. It's a safety thing. Wear your seatbelt. Number 9 is speeding. We have all done it. We've all done it. Admit it. I'm not even gonna lie. When I see someone going the exact speed limit, it triggers an anger monster in me. But here's a situation where if you're doing multiple things at once and you get into an accident and someone is hurt, you're going to prison. So in this scenario, if you're speeding and you also look at your phone and you get into an accident and someone is hurt or someone passes away, you're going to prison. I have met plenty of people in prison that are in there for vehicular manslaughter or charges involving cars, drinking and driving. Like I've met so many people in prison for those kinds of charges that to them, they're like, it was just an accident. Okay, but someone got hurt and that's your fault. So I've met tons of people with that charge. It is a very common thing. And I know that most people think like, oh, you don't go to prison for an accident. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What number are we on? 9? 10? I don't know. Connecting to unsecured Wi-Fi is a crime. And I know we've all done that. I know that we've all done that, but it's actually illegal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still gonna do that one. Number 11, number 12. Number 10, I don't know. I can't count once I start talking. Gambling at your house, playing poker or cards at your house for a little bit of money is against the law. Now I know we've all played poker at home or whatever. We've all gambled at our house for a little bit of money, right? Like we've all done that. Well, that's against the law in a lot of states. If you found this video interesting, I will leave a playlist of my top 10 hustles in prison, things you didn't know about prison, prison hacks, all of that. I will leave a playlist on the card up here, so definitely go check out those videos. But I'm gonna end today's video here. As always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay in recovery, whatever that looks like to you. Please do not break the law. Try your best not to, but I think in order for us to try not to break the law, we have to know the laws first. So definitely do your best not to break the law, and I will see you guys in my next one.